everyone, my name is Della Phillips. I'm an artist, among other things, as well as I'm known as the Bicycle Lady. How you doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to include the next step in my drawing exercises that can help you learn to draw, or in my case, help me to go back to basics and draw better. Now, I have been totally exhausting and taking a long time on each step, at least a month to 2 weeks. And I'm going to have to admit, I have backed down where I'm not doing an hour each section. It's a half hour. I am doing it twice a day. And I have been practicing, as you've probably seen it with the last video. Today's video is going to include what I consider the next step, which is more of an extension or an additional aspect of modified contour line drawing, which is drawing the negative space. What I've been doing with taking pictures and outlining the edges has been active defining the edges. Now let's define the space. I'm going to do this in my exercises both with pictures and with live items like the keys here. I did find this one picture here I thought would be interesting. It's a little more complicated, so it'd take probably more time than it would be viable for this video. And I just took it, cropped it down, and then turned it into a black and white. So if you're working with a live item, like a classic is using a chair, as in this case a little more complicated with a wheelchair, or right now with these keys. I did take a picture of it, which is here, and what we're going to do is what I think helps out a lot finding the spaces is to basically, the way I was shown how to do it, is until you get really used to it, is to bring up edges so that one edge will touch. And what I'm going to use is this white pencil. It's a Derwent Chinese white drawing pencil. And let's make a white edge. Now let's look at this here. And the key pretty much touches there, so I don't think I'm going to have to do anything there. But possibly here. I may get this slightly out of square, but that's going to be okay for this exercise. And let's take it up to the top here as well. I guess I could have gotten my triangle out, but this will be okay. So essentially, we have the bicycle here touching, the key touching here, and the key touching here. And so we have this negative space here, this negative space here, of course the negative space in there, and so forth. Now, doing a live, if you have it right on your desk or where you can look at it, you could possibly put either a little frame mat, or in my case I don't have that, so I'm just going to use rulers to get me squared up. But essentially it's going to be the same thing. This is pretty much the same. Maybe moved over this a little bit. Would be the same as on the picture. Okay? So I'm going to move this up and out of the way so I can get some drawing paper here. And let's get started. Now, if you have any tips or tricks or other insights about doing the negative space drawing, let me know. Now, I suppose we can do with the picture the same thing what we did with seeing the edges is to, okay, here's one negative space and just go around it to reinforce it. I'm not going to do that today. Although in my practices, I think I may. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, number one, draw out a square here. Maybe we'll do it this way. Okay. And let's see. This is approximately how big? Sorry. Just kind of fiddling around here. We're looking at about 4 1/4 by 3, a little less than 3 5/8. So I think we can just eyeball it. So I think this should give us a pretty good. Well, we could do and draw it the same size. Let's just do that an inch. And we have just add an inch. That's close enough. I guess I could get real exact and get exact measurements, but I think that's going to take good care of things. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave this here as well. So I have the real item to look at. That's pretty close, I think. Let's check it. That should be down that way. And this should be a little bit that way. And then we'll put the rulers back up. Oh, this should be turned slightly this way. Okay. And for reinforcement, I've got my picture here. So, I would say that's about 1/4 over. Well, I already started wrong. Oh, I already started wrong. Sorry about that. I was doing the edges. I got to reprogram myself to think of negative space. So the negative space would come out from here, go around the top of the seat, come down, around, and then well, it's not quite right, but I'm getting there. Also, I need to practice this. And here's the other one. That's the other space. So it comes down this edge and then does a curve. And we have this other negative space here. So we can get this space will then come around like this. And this goes up here. Space comes down, around, back, around, up, and then of course we have this space here, which is this, as well as and this negative space here, And here, get that. And we have this negative space as well. So you can see, I still struggle. I still erase. But I'm kind of going with the flow, letting it be a little funky and just enjoy the exercise. It probably could be a little bit bigger. Now, let's see. We've got that negative space. This here is oh, I got that all funky, but that's okay. And okay, and we have another one that goes through here. Quite a bit out of proportion. But that's the gist of it. I just wanted to get it done quickly. And I'm going to have to do it so it's a lot more in proportion and do a lot more practice on this, obviously. And obviously, I draw from the active side, looking at the edges predominantly, rather than looking at the spaces. And actually, in doing various paintings and so forth, it would be good for me to be able to better handle negative spaces. So, it is funky, but this is my exercise going forward. And I'd love to hear from you if you have any tips and pointers that may help me out here, or show me how you're coming along. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Please subscribe and give this video a like, and you have a wonderful day. Bye now. Hi everyone, I'm back. I just want to come in with some quick tips. I went back and reviewed everything, and there is one thing that really could help me a lot in keeping this in proportion. That is to have the size of this box here to be the same or in direct proportion of what is on the picture. So what I did, since this is relatively small, I went ahead and blew up the picture, then marked out the box, measured it, and then drew exactly the same box right here on my paper. And I'm going to redo this drawing, do my best to keep everything more in proportion. Also, I think probably if you have some issues, could also just turn it upside down and instead of trying to get this line, this distance, we can say, okay, this shape goes down here, comes around. So I'm going to work really hard on that, probably for the next week, if not possibly 2. Join me and let me know how things are coming, and we'll go forward. I'm still going to do both picture and real life. So, also, I would love to see your artwork. Until next time, bye.